This place absolutely lives up to being a swamp when we try to cover up the fact that 26 of your diplomats told you directly that if you continued down the path that you were going, that it was going to be a disaster. And we should not be covering that up. I want to talk about a couple of things today. You are our top diplomat. That's not in dispute. Have you been in Afghanistan since 13 American service members were murdered?
No, I have not.
Have any of your staff visited the U.S. Embassy in Afghanistan since that day?
We've had people in Afghanistan. I do not believe they visited the embassy.
Do you know who is currently residing in our embassy?
The embassy is not under our, obviously not under our control. We don't have the ability, not being in Afghanistan, to control it.
Do you have any information on anybody that has spent any time residing in our embassy since our departure?
No doubt if we do, or in any event, the intelligence community does, and I'm happy to share that as appropriate.
Yet, we are still giving the Taliban tens of billions of dollars. There's an American citizen out there, literally woke up this morning, losing 30% of their paycheck, and a good percentage of that is going to the Taliban or other programs abroad. And this is something that we all need to think about, and we will be thinking about deeply for the next 2 years. There's a joke that's made often out there about kids going to college to learn basket weaving, and what a joke that would be. But the United States right now is literally sending tens of millions of dollars to the Taliban, 14.9 million to be exact, to teach Afghans how to do carpet weaving. Let's think about that. We are giving $280 million to the United Nations to do cash transfers for food in Afghanistan. Yet we're not sending an ear of corn from Iowa, a sack of potatoes from Idaho, or a cucumber or an orange from Florida. And that discounts the fact that there's no American tonnage going through our ports to send those things out of here either. It's just cash transfers. Another line item, these are directly from CIGAR reports. $75 million to teach Afghan women to be farmers. I don't believe that we spend $30 million in the United States of America to teach women to be farmers. My colleague, Mr. Wilson, brought up that they can't even dance in the streets or speak to one another or go to school. I'm not sure that we can trust that that $75 million is being used to teach them agriculture. And as you pointed out, we don't have any diplomats on the ground to confirm the validity of these programs. Here's one that I was entirely curious about, and maybe you could explain it to me. $3.5 billion transferred to the Afghan fund that is tended to protect the macro financial stability on behalf of the Afghan people. What the hell does that mean? Can you tell me? I don't know. That's a bunch of gibberish to me.
Happy to address all of this, Congressman. Thank you.
I'll give you one more
okay.
before you address it.
Please.
Even worse, by the numbers, we've spent $9 billion to resettle 90,000, roughly, Afghan refugees here since the fall of Afghanistan. My simple Army math tells me that's about $100,000 a person. That's absurd. So my question for you, we do not even have an embassy in Afghanistan. We have no diplomats there. What are we doing giving them $1?
So, Congressman, as I believe you know, the money that we provide and the international community provides is done through partners, implementing partners, UN agencies, NGOs. They have.
Yes, we could say that about all the State Department dollars, foreign NGOs, foreign countries, foreign companies, and in this case, foreign adversaries.
So each of these institutions, as verified by the department, has in place processes to make sure that the money that we provide and others provide is spent appropriately. And the money that has been spent in Afghanistan, and I think internationally it's about $8 billion since the evacuation, has helped avert famine. It's helped prevent the collapse of the health system. It's helped prevent the collapse of the entire economy. It's helped avoid bringing even more disaster
Mr.
on
Secretary,
people who are suffering.
You know for a fact that people literally, especially outside of this country, They directly lied to us. Your people had to come back and correct, hey, it turns out we were, in fact, spending $500,000 to expand atheism in Nepal through the third-party implementer of Humanist International. They were lying to us. They didn't show us the exact slideshow that they put together for $500,000 and all this. They lied to us. We have no eyes on the ground, and I would simply close with this. We do not even have an embassy there. We have no business putting $1 into that place.